Hello, Musto0063 back for more Not Another Needle game. This is going to be stage 4 hard mode, I suspect more than one video. But yay, if you remember the gimmick to this stage, the first time round, although it won't be in play for every screen, but the gimmick was pixel aligning, so yay, we've got more of that to come on what is going to be a hard mode for the stage. And well, call me crazy straight off the bat, but I'm finding that don't quite know how to clear the first screen and the first jump, because how in the world do you get enough? I've obviously done it, so bear with me while I figure it out for a second time, but how in the world do I get the height and the distance to make that? Do I have to... I'm going to get less distance by jumping up in between... I think I am anyway, you know, these two spikes, if indeed I can actually pull that off in the first place, but where do I get the height and the distance to make the teleporter? I don't know whether I've got to time it so I clip through it, but at the moment anyway I can't... Ah, there we are, fine. It wasn't maybe as bad as I make it out, but yeah, that looks really flipping awkward. So yeah, now we start with the pixel aligning, and yeah, not so bad I'd say at the moment, but I'm sure we're going to start getting into obnoxious, the annoying areas after a while. Oh, and actually, it says the red lines will not help you here. I didn't even wasn't even paying attention to the text. That to me makes sense. I don't see that. I don't see that any of the jumps look like you need to be pixel aligned. In fact, if anything, am I hurting myself by doing it? I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so, because again, there seems to be a ton of room. So whether or not you rub up against the red wall seems to be fairly arbitrary. I would hope that I could clear it either way, but yeah, it's just the regular platforming that's just getting in my way at the moment. Although, as I said at the end of the last part, we are starting to venture into what I would dub the really, you know, really kind of difficult kind of areas now. Although, as before, there will be the odd screen that I just for whatever reason like or can clear a lot easier. Whether that's because it's a certain type of jump that I don't find all that tricky compared to others, or flip that round. That there will be certain types of jumps that I just hate that others seemingly have you know, far less problems with. But yeah. As I said, I don't mind the fact that yeah, that there's not really a kind of a set difficulty as the screens go by. I've obviously just cleared it now, but that was a kind of an interesting one where obviously you're upside down and literally, and you have to actually the controls are somewhat reversed there. So I think having just cleared it, I can almost find that I can't remember, but I swear that I was pressing left and it was and I was going right. So yeah, the jump and the shoot aren't, but left and right are. But yeah, that's since all you've got to do is make it kind of over to the right, and there's no real need really to press or go back to the left. There's only really one need to press one directional button. Once you've worked out which button that is you need to press, you know, the rest is no more difficult than it was the very first time. And this one, what's annoying for me on this one is the getting back to the teleporter when it goes over to the right, and it's pulling off the jump and avoiding the lowest downward hanging spike. Also, getting in between this little two mini spikes here is just a little bit of a pain. See, I have no problem with this jump on the way there, but typically a problem on the way back. But would you believe it? When I start saying I have problems, then it will work out okay. So yeah, pressing on. This one, you need to be fairly quick, and if you remember what the fun I was having on one particular screen on stage 3, with weaving down a spike shaft, with the holding down left and then going, holding down and then going left and right, this is going to be annoying. Yeah, what the... I don't know why I just stood there and took that. I knew, by the way, that they were going to hit me. Otherwise, what's the point of even being there? What's kind of interesting about this one is there is kind of a timing to these platforms in needing to kind of get when you kind of go back across. So if I can actually get there, you're obviously not going to be able to stand on this top platform. Why are you not dropping through? Thank you. You're not going to be able to stand on that top platform for all that long. You're going to run into spikes, and you're going to need to... Oh, come on. Make your way back to the bottom platform. But, of course, there's a pit over the bottom platform, and you need to time it reasonably well so that you can actually land on... Why am I not dropping through the platform all of a sudden? I don't know why it's not... I don't know what's going on here. It's not... Again, I can absolutely swear I'm pressing the down button, but for some reason it's not dropping down. Let's not have a phase again where I just can't get by the first little bit again, because we had this in one of the other screens in stage 3, whereby to start with I was actually getting a little bit of the way through, but then just couldn't get by the first manoeuvre whatsoever. So let's not have that again. Yeah, oh my god, I thought if I stood on the right hand edge of that platform this time, that by the time that I need to drop down and avoid the spikes that are coming at me, that the platform would be, oh my god, further over to the right, that the spike wall wouldn't get me. Oh my god. I don't even think we've got to the wow, the especially difficult bits of the stages so far. But again, not to say that it's a linear difficulty in that the later screens are all the hard ones and the yes, all the earlier ones are all the easiest. But yeah, I'm sure there are some. Whoops, I don't know whether I need that. Let's get it and get the save at the same time. Yeah, I'm sure there are some more difficult ones than that coming up. And please don't tell me I need to go back and get that flipping stupid line every damn time. What makes this tricky is indeed the platform, as it kind of says there, because it kind of you would ordinarily probably make this jump if you just kind of fully held to the left and didn't kind of stop to your momentum. But of course the platform, you're going to clip it when you kind of make your way through, and that kind of screws a little bit with your momentum. So you need to just hold off just a little bit and not make make that full jump to the area. So yeah, and then you get what I'm hoping, just from looking at it. Is a bit of a breather screen here. Again, I'm hoping. I've already died more times on this than I would have liked. Just from looking at it, it looks like nothing. But yeah, for whatever reason. Well, I can tell you again that a couple of times where I got through and died on the mini spikes there, that I swear to, and there again, I mean, I swear to, I can't swear enough. There's nothing I could, I cannot swear more heavily enough that I fully believe that I've pressed the jump button and should get that, and should have got the jump before I hit a spike. This one's not so bad when I can actually get down to the flipping area. You need to rush because, as you can see there, a spike comes flying your way. Damn, I knew that was going to happen. But yeah, you don't have to kind of like rush back to the middle. So that's appreciated. You can kind of take a little bit more time at the bottom of the screen. So why is this so difficult? So yeah, just jump there and you'll be fine. Right, can we get this right this time? Yes, thank you. Right, this one's a bit of a pain. I'm sure you can see why. First off, you need to actually land on the edge of this ledge and not get hit by the spike. And then you need to, damn, trigger the switch, which without dying, which is yeah, a bit of a challenge. And then when obviously when you pull it off, you need to then have the wherewithal to double jump a long way over to the left, so that you don't die on the spikes. And you know what I did there? I, for some reason, thought just from the look of it that I'd have to hold back a bit, so I didn't make a full jump. So yeah, tell you now on that one, don't bother holding back or anything when you do that. Just make a make a full jump and you should be fine. Damn. And this screen is, for my money, one of the easiest, or one of the easier on the stage. It's, to be honest, probably that checkerboard jump on the way back when you've got to do it with just a little bit less room. The rest is well, nothing, frankly, unless I die on this spike, in which case I'm going to scream. But no, yeah, that. So again, like one of the ones stuck in the middle, whereby there's just barely anything to it, and I'm not complaining about that in the slightest. It's nice to have a breather every now and again, but yeah, as I kind of probably keep saying now, keep harping on about, it's not like all the easiest stages come at the beginning and all the hardest ones come at the end. There are just it's a nice mix. Yes, don't screw this up now. Good, good, good. Right. Okay, as far as I'm aware on this one, from memory, you don't need the align. If anything, actually, the align screws you up a bit more. But yeah, I remember now. I think this is the start of a couple of really annoying screens, or for me anyway. This one, obviously, getting through having got the double jump is a little bit of a pain in the neck. Although that didn't turn out to be too bad. This one's actually fun. I got no problem. I have no issue with. I take no issue with this one. But I do remember coming up. There will be one that is just mind-numbingly irritating. For this one, what you need to do is, well, as it says, kind of a hop and skip and a jump. But you'll know when you get it right because you'll get a high jump when you kind of land off the platform. And yeah, that one is really fun. I really like that one actually. And again, pretty easy actually. And again, from memory, I don't believe there's too much to this one. Mini spikes, but oh, so that ordinarily would be the pain in the neck for me. But I don't think it's all that intricate, He says that he dies on, just a couple of spikes that you should never ordinarily die on. Make that 3. I mean, just looking at this, actually, nothing looks all that, wow. Nothing looks all that kind of a tight-knit to get, what? Again, again, that one, I'm going on another rant here, but that one clearly, and I, again, absolutely know I pressed the button, did not drop through the platform. I pressed down. I know I did. But, and now, of course, again, look, you've got me paranoid that I need to, for some reason, wait a bit longer or just check and see whether the damn thing has moved down. That it didn't move to the, I don't believe that, move to the right. So yeah, this, again, the screen has been made more difficult by what I think is the slightly buggy controls, and just got me in a panic mode. And now, of course, I'm getting stressed out on something because the controls don't seem to quite work how I would like them to. I just, screw up on other bits that should never cause me problems. Yeah, I have no idea why this line is here. Why is it there? I have no idea. Right, time for the proper, I suppose, or so dubbed up there, mini spike screen of the stage, or floor of the stage. So, and yeah, like I've said before, and actually, from what the text has set up there, I do find for whatever reason, although it's clearly not going to work out on this one, is it? That the mini spike ones are easier second time round. They still, I'm not saying they're still easy for me, because I genuinely detest the so-called hitbox detection on the damn mini spikes. Not that that one had anything to do with hit detection, but as much trouble as I have, or as it looks like I'm having on this screen, I'm still expecting this to be easier than it was the first time round. But easier is only a comparative statement. It's just because it's easier doesn't mean that I'm going to die horribly over and over and over again, and I'm going to get really pissed off. And the last bit is not so fun. You've got to... well, get on the platform for starters. That would be a good... Oh, for goodness sake! That would be a good first step, and then kind of drop through it and kind of make your way over to the left while doing it. But I seem to be having a bit of trouble with the drop-down mechanic at the moment. But okay, that worked out fine. Yeah, this is the one. I do not know genuinely how long I'm going to get stuck. I'm going to get stuck on this screen. It is. I remember this being possibly one of the worst of the entire game for me. I just could not, and probably cannot, get the hang of clearing the jump without hitting the hitting kind of getting stuck as I did there, or hitting the spike that's kind of pointing to the right, and getting in between this first bit is not straightforward, and then actually getting far enough over for a jump like that, hitting that spike, that's the one that's going to kill me, I'd imagine, most of the time. But yeah, I just, for whatever reason on this one, again there, I jumped nowhere near where I think far enough over to the left, but and that one got me. But yeah, somehow landing this jump is a real pain. I either, well, let me try and maybe demonstrate. I maybe try and do something like that, where I jump into that spike, or I hold back a little and jump into the spike I just died on a couple of goes ago. Finding the happy medium between the two is such a pain. And some of those ones look really good, and that one kind of looked really good. But yeah, I don't want to say pixel perfect, but. And I assume there's nothing going on here about rubbing up against the wall and and pixel alignment. But look at some of these jumps. They're so close. But oh well, it's done. I'm not going to moan about it anymore. That was seriously. That probably took at least maybe 15 minutes. I remember, like first time through. I absolutely hated that one, and I'm not a huge fan of this one. I also have to admit. Oh wow, okay, yay, I can't quite believe it. And by my calculations, we are just 2 away from the edge. And since we are, well, I'll definitely be finishing this video. And this went, assuming the last 2 don't cause an obnoxious amount of failure, then yeah, this has gone by easier and quicker than stage 3. Maybe this first jump I'm going to get stuck here for half an hour though, who knows. Yes! Okay, 1 to go, and I don't have too much of a problem with it, I've got to say. It's again kind of fun. It's very similar to the final screen of stage 4 the first time round. Basically it's just a switch getting exercise. There are a couple of occasions where you will need to be quicker and paying more attention. Here's one of them. Did I genuinely hit that spike? My favourite catchphrase at the moment is that my whenever I kind of die something like that, is that my eyes just don't work. So when I'm trying to like on a particular on a game and I'm ranting and something hits me that I just don't think was anywhere near me, I'm just like, well, my eyes don't work then if that hit me. But did that genuinely hit me? That flipping spike? I swear it didn't. But oh well. I'm not surprised I got a C actually on that one. I'm a bit surprised it was a C, maybe per se, but I'm not surprised it wasn't an F. Let me put it that way. That went by actually quite well, and I'm actually amazed that it went by easier than stage 3. But as you can see, we're into the colourful stages once again. We're into stage 5 hard mode, stage 15, and now we start to introduce what I would call the real kind of gimmicks. So this one obviously starting off with the conveyor belts. So yay! For those of you who remember the fun I had the first time round. Hard mode with conveyor belts should be enormous fun, shouldn't it? But I'll save that for next time. I'm just so happy that stage 4 went by that quickly. So till next time, cheerio.